Chronic, underneath the mask. I'm gonna entitle this one Criticism. I'm going downstairs to put my keys up. I'll be right back. Stay right there and watch a video. I'll be right back. Sit down. What was I saying? Oh, criticism. It's funny that the majority of black people hate and can't stand criticism to the point where they create this stupid bullshit, or not create, but they go off this stupid ass idea that, oh, you can't judge me. You don't know me. You can't judge me. Bullshit. Motherfucker, I can judge you based on what the hell you've done in front of me. Based upon things you've told me out of your mouth about you. I can't actually judge you. But the thing about criticism is black people don't want to be criticized. Let me tell you about criticism, you stupid ass niggas. Criticism make you better at what you do. If you bake a cake and somebody tell you, that cake smells sweet, that's a judgment. It's also an assumption. And then when they bite into the cake, they tell you it got too much sugar in it. That's criticism. So what you should do at that time is say, okay, well, this person that I asked to taste my cake, or the person that actually did physically taste my cake, told me it's too much sugar. Now, maybe that is to their liking. This is where you go and get 3, 4, 5 other people to taste your cake. But in the black community, you won't do that. See, there's this quote unquote no snitch rule in the black community. So it's like you can't, and I'm just using cake as a fucking example, you dumb motherfuckers that don't understand analogies. It's just a fucking example. Apply the cake to whatever the fuck you experiencing in your goddamn life. You can apply the cake analogy to you selling drugs, to you having an interview, to you meeting a girlfriend, to you goddamn cashing your check. It's just a fucking analogy. But you would have to get 3, 4 other people to taste your cake. This is how you come up with a statistic. Okay, 9 out of 10 people 10 people taste my cake. 9 out of 10 people told me that my cake is too sweet. Okay, maybe I personally like sugar. So to me, the cake is sugary. I like it. So what you would do at that point is make a sugary cake for you. But if you're trying to sell it in a business type establishment, you want to listen to the 9% or the other 9 people, because there are 9 people and all 9 of them have different personality, different taste buds, and different ways of living their lives or thinking, etc. and so forth. But if you base your fucking cake, your sugary ass cake, just on what you like, you're going to attract the people to like the cake that you like. But it ain't that many people. The 9 out of 10 prove that. So criticism is needed. You stupid motherfucker sit up here and listen to your motherfucking holier than thou mother tell you, oh, well, only God can judge me. God is the end all be all. God is the reason for everything. The reason for the season, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up with that religious bullshit. You can't prove where it came from. You can't disprove where it came from. But we argue back and forth about our own opinions about some shit that we can't prove. It's stupid as fuck to me. Now, I say that to say this. Eliminate that motherfucking bullshit Jesus, the Bible, and the religious beliefs and all this other shit, and use this thing you got up here. If this God that you believe in gave this to you, don't give all the credit of what things you think, the things you do physically, the things you accomplish in your life. Don't give all that fucking credit to this motherfucking make-believe myth in the sky that you ain't never seen before and can't prove that it exists. Give it to yourself. Give it to the people that are around you. Appreciate those around you, not the one you can't see. Now, criticism is a much needed thing in this world. How can you do better without being criticized by others? Now, as long as you got some people around you that's going to criticize you truthfully and honestly, as the Bible tell you, judge and judge righteously and accordingly. The Bible don't tell you not to judge. The Bible tells you thou shalt not judge unless you are ready to be judged. That means if I'm going to tell this motherfucker he fat, I got to expect for him to come back and say he's fat or tell me something about me loud and publicly that he might know or that I might not want somebody else to know. I might not want somebody else to know something that he know. So I should not judge him, at least publicly. That's all that means. But you stupid motherfuckers don't even understand that. Even though it gives you an example in the Bible. But this ain't about the Bible. It's about judgment and criticism. Judgment and criticism makes you a better person. It really does. If somebody tell you, or if your teacher tell you, your teacher is criticizing you, your teacher tell you you're ignorant in this little part of the section, you need to go and study a little bit more. Then if you don't take, oh, he used these words and affected my emotion and pissed me off, man, blah, blah, blah. But if you actually say, okay, my teacher said I'm ignorant in this part, oh, shit, I'm going to show him. I must be since I failed it. So I'm going to show him or her. I'm going to go study. Take the test again and you pass it. Are you currently ignorant in the part that he said you were ignorant in? No. You have knowledge in that part. You have knowledge enough to know that, hey, you pass. Now the teacher can judge you and say or criticize you in a positive way. There's positive criticism and there's negative criticism. It's just like advertisement. They say, no, publicity. That's what it is. They say any publicity is good publicity. Bad, negative, positive, good is good publicity. So I say the same thing about criticism. Any type of criticism is good for you. Good, bad, positive, negative. All criticism is good for you. Because criticism is going to tell the truth or point out the lies. It's going to point out the flaws, your shortcomings, your need improvements, etc. and so forth. So black people, stop being afraid to criticize others and stop being afraid to be criticized. Stop being afraid to be judged. Because as long as somebody judging you accordingly, you need to fix you. But if the person is making up some shit about you and judging you based on their opinions, you can actually make them look like a fool by telling the truth about you. So stop being afraid of something that you can either fix or debunk. This is why I talk about black women. Because black women, I want you to open your motherfucking eyes and realize the shit that I tell you is a detriment, not only to you, but to your children, to the motherfucking community as a whole, around the world. And you still do the stupid shit that I point out. And y'all motherfuckers, your generation after generation after generation think that this shit is normal. They think that it's normal to the point where they do it so much. They think that it's normal to the point that they do it so much. They're subconscious. They're subconscious in doing it. It's normal. Underneath the mask, man. Take the mask off and see who you are.